From MTN News, this is Montana This Morning.
I'm Jordan Johnson. Coming up, hear from the families that were displaced from the Tower Hill apartment fire in Helena.
20 years after 9/11, first responders are still coping with the mental health impact. I'm Michael George with One Man's Story.
6:30 on this Wednesday. Chet Lehman, Matt Elwell with you here, and constantly thankful that the mics and cameras are not on during a commercial
things
break.
You guys don't hear. Probably for the better, to be quite honest, most of the time.
Probably for our careers and our paychecks, yeah.
Looks like the day's going to be another hot one as we're setting up the morning. A little on the cool side in West Yellowstone, 32 degrees. It is rough out there.
Rough out there.
Temperatures sitting at 40 in Butte, 51 in Belgrade. A little bit of cloud cover trying to work its way back across the area. Mainly sunny skies today, but it will be hazy for the afternoon. The wind's already starting to pick up on the MSU campus. Highs today around the 90-degree mark. We could be setting some records in western Montana, not only here, but across western Montana as we get into the afternoon. We'll talk more about what that means for your forecast in just a little bit.
Wow. Or should I say bow wow?
Oh.
6:31. I can't stop. Firefighters from multiple agencies assisted putting out an early morning fire yesterday at the Tower Hill Apartments in downtown Helena. They were dispatched just before 2:15 in the morning. MTN's Jordan Johnson spoke with residents who were displaced about the loss of their home.
Tuesday morning, 20 to 30 families were forced to flee their homes in the Tower Hill Apartments at 2 a.m. Now, the American Red Cross is housing them in the First Assembly of God in Helena.
We heard the word fire, and I grabbed my son Davey immediately. I threw my shoes on and I was out the door. My wife Cara grabbed our cat, and she was right behind me.
Austin Jacobs had lived at the Tower Hill apartment complex for 3 years. He says he and his family were woken up by knocks on the door and realized the complex was on fire.
We were dead asleep. Some good Samaritan ran up and down the apartment complex beating on doors. We never found out who it was.
Another resident, Coulter Wilmot, had just gotten home from fire duty with the Army.
I was kind of just shocked because it was 2 a.m. and I'm like, I seriously hope I wake up from this. This is like one of those weird dreams.
First responders arrived on scene and provided help to residents that had their world turned upside down so early Tuesday morning.
The fire department, by the way, was great. Even the police that were there, one of the police officers was pulling dollar bills out of his own pocket to make sure we had water out of one of the vending machines.
Glad it's over with. I do have to say the fire people and the police, they did a phenomenal job.
Despite the tearful morning and long day, displaced residents are doing their best to stay positive.
You can't really change too much of what happens. Best thing to do is have a good attitude about it.
No further details have been released about the cause of the fire. In Helena, Jordan Johnson, MTN News.
6:34 now. A state judge is allowing a lawsuit to go forward that seeks to void a Montana law enabling utilities to get broad approval for charging ratepayers for expensive power plants. He rejected a request from Northwestern Energy and the state attorney general to dismiss that lawsuit. Suit trying to void a 2007 law allowing Northwestern to get pre-approval from state regulators for building or acquiring new electric power plants or contracts. Once that approval is granted, Northwestern gets to charge ratepayers for most cost of the acquisition going forward, regardless of whether circumstances change. The suit from the environmental group 350 Montana says the law is unconstitutional because it grants a special privilege to Northwestern. The company and the state said the suit should be dismissed because the group or its members aren't being directly harmed. But Judge Jason Marks of Missoula disagreed, said the issue of its constitutionality should be settled. Now, an attorney for 350 Montana told MTN News that the law benefits Northwestern entirely and shifts any risk for the cost of the plant to ratepayers.
This statute creates an incentive for the utility to have the plant cost as much money as possible and to take zero financial risk for what it is building or acquiring. Just get to the point where you have to say, this is wrong. This is corporate greed. They are driving up the cost of these acquisitions for the purpose of locking us into these costs for all time that will never be walked back and can't under the statute.
Now, Northwestern says any decision to acquire a power plant under pre-approval is still reviewed by state regulators and has helped the company acquire many cost-effective power sources for consumers. Well, Yellowstone National Park says visitation was up 21% this Labor Day weekend compared to 2019. West Yellowstone entrance saw a 15% increase for the 3 days, with the busiest day on Friday, September 3rd. Biggest increases in visitor levels came at the normally quiet south entrance, which connects Yellowstone to Grand Teton National Park. Entries there up almost 85% from 2019. North entrance at Gardner was up 24%, but the northeast entrance at Cook City, which usually is the quietest entrance, down some 16%. In total, more than 42,000 vehicles passed through the park gates from Friday through Labor Day Monday. Staying in the national park system, yesterday marked the first day this summer that reservation tickets were not required to enter Glacier National Park's popular west entrance. And Sean Wells found out if this year's pilot program was deemed a success and learns if it will be back in place next summer.
As the autumn season approaches, operations in Glacier National Park are starting to wind down.
Overall, we feel like it was successful with room for improvement.
Glacier National Park's ticket entry program has officially ended for the summer as Labor Day marked the last day a ticket was required at the park's West Glacier entrance. Glacier National Park Public Information Officer Jenna Kurzman says the pilot program was a success, helping ease traffic problems while guaranteeing access to the popular Going to the Sun Road.
We were able to provide that assurance to visitors. We did not have to close the west entrance a single time this season, and we did not have massive backup on Highway 2.
Kurzman says park officials received positive feedback on ticketed entry from a large number of visitors, but also some negative feedback from frustrated tourists unable to access the park.
We've also heard from visitors who were frustrated with the system, with how to obtain a ticket and their inability to obtain a ticket. So we've had feedback on both.
She says the park is currently collecting data and feedback on whether the ticketed entry program will return to West Glacier next summer.
We want to make the decision early this year to give visitors ahead of time notice so that when they're making their plans for next summer, they'll know in advance long enough if they do need to get a ticket.
Kurzman expects a record number of visitors to Glacier National Park this September. Those visiting should expect temporary closures at the West Glacier entrance if the park reaches max capacity.
We had the most visitors in September last year than ever on record. We do expect this September to also be very busy, and we also know that a lot of people have been anticipating the end of ticketed entry, so they may have been waiting to visit until after.
The popular Going to the Sun Road is expected to remain open for traffic through mid-October. In Glacier National Park, Sean Wells, MTA News.
6:38 now, 20 years after the September 11th terror attacks, tens of thousands of first responders and survivors and their families are still coping with lasting impacts on their mental health. Doctors say they continue to see new patients every week seeking help. CBS's Michael George sits down with first responders dealing with physical and mental health issues. Hope others get the help they need.
Stephen Hess was working as an FDNY EMS tech on September 11th. He raced to Lower Manhattan with tens of thousands of first responders.
I was there the day of, but then I spent more time at the landfill in Staten Island. I had a cough almost right away.
The following years, he suffered several devastating health issues: breathing problems, advanced stage lupus, multiple back surgeries, and mental health problems.
It took me 5 years to come to therapy. It was working, but I had long periods of wishing I never woke up in the morning, and then I actually contemplated suicide because between the pain from the lupus, the breathing.
Most of them have post-traumatic stress disorder, but we also see individuals who have major depressive disorder, anxiety disorders.
New patients who have never been treated are still coming in every week, according to Dr. Sandra Lowe, medical director of the World Trade Center Mental Health Program at Mount Sinai. She says 9/11 anniversary reactions are also common.
We started to hear about people having an exacerbation of their symptoms, like more nightmares or feeling more on edge.
The middle of August, I started getting the anxiety and the stress. And even this morning, I was like contemplating canceling this. And then I thought, you know, if this can help one other person,
Hess credits his treatment at the Sinai program as well as his family for their tremendous support. He hopes others reach out for help if they need it. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
Oh, and there are others. 23,000 of the more than 80,000 first responders are currently being seen at Mount Sinai's program for their physical and mental health. 23,000. 6:40, time for a break. When we come back, a statue honoring the South's greatest Civil War general will come down in Virginia. Where it will go? Coming up when Montana This Morning continues.